guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Chelsea. If you're new here, hello. If you have been here before, welcome back. Today we are doing a bathroom declutter and reorganize. The bathroom that we have is very small. It only has one medicine cabinet in it. So then we also put our stuff in a cabinet that's just outside the bathroom. So I'll show you guys both of those and kind of see what we're working with. I feel like I'm pretty minimal when it comes to the stuff that I typically have on hand, but it's gotten crazy. It's kind of like the extra bathroom stuff for 4 people. I don't have any drawers in the bathroom. It's a very small space. Like I said, I'll show you guys. And we're going to declutter that and tackle that today because it's definitely needed to be done and I can't find anything in there. So we're going to go through that. I'll flip you guys around and I'll show you guys what we're dealing with and we'll go from there. Walking into the bathroom here, I'm going to show you what we have. So I have this cabinet. This is the one and only medicine cabinet that I have in here. And then the only other set of shelves or space to store stuff is down here at the bottom. And I'll show you what that looks like. So this has got some stuff down at the bottom. I don't think there's very much that I'm going to take out or change in there, but I might reorganize it a little bit to see if I can make that better. So that's the very little space that I have in here. Then it's the toilet, our hanging, our towels, and then the shower, which has a little bit in it, but everything in the shower is staying in the shower. It served us really well, but we definitely need to reorganize this a little bit and make it more functional, because right now it's not very functional. Walking over to the other cabinet. Now this is a little bit of shared space too, because the bottom is not bathroom stuff. The top shelf is all bathroom stuff. As you can see, it's a little bit of a disaster. So that needs to all get pulled out, reorganized, and put back. The next shelf down is all of our towels and kind of like medical type stuff. So that stuff has to get gone through. I don't think there's a lot of that I have to get rid of, but I need to make sure that everything in there belongs in there. And then the bottom shelf is not even bathroom related at all. It's like our extra tools and stuff, because where we live, we don't have a lot of like extra storage space. So I'm not tackling the bottom of that today. That's for another day when my husband's home, because a lot of it is his tools also. So that's what I'm going to work on decluttering and reorganizing today. If you guys have a space that needs to get decluttered and reorganized, a cabinet, a shelf, a drawer, a bathroom cabinet, pick it and let's do it together. It's always easier when you kind of do it with somebody else, get some motivation from this hopefully. And just before we get started here, I did want to remind you guys to give a like if you guys like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, if this is something that you guys like watching. I post things about my lifestyle, motherhood, cleaning, and organizing. So if that's something that you guys are more interested in, hit that subscribe button. If you guys have a comment, hit a comment. Okay, let's get started. So what I am doing right now is just pulling everything out of the cabinet in the bathroom. I'll do the same for the cabinet that's just outside the bathroom. I personally like to pull everything out to be able to then put everything back and reorganize. I find for me that works better. Sorry for the background noise. I got Amy here with me. I always find it interesting when we end up pulling things out of a space, how much ends up being in that space that we're like, wow, I didn't even realize I had all this stuff. So now I am moving into the cabinet under the sink. I'm just pulling everything out. I didn't declutter anything down there. I just reorganized it a little bit so it made a little bit more sense to access the things that were in there. Once I pulled everything out, I ended up wiping everything down and actually spraying with this bug spray. We've found some cockroaches lately, so I can link that below. And then I also wiped down the cabinet up here. I personally, when I declutter and clean like this, like to kind of wipe down and clean as I go. I find it to be easier, and then I don't feel so overwhelmed and I don't have to go back and re-clean everything. So once some of that was dry, I put some of the toilet paper back in there and wiped the cabinet down on the bottom too. And then same thing, I went in here and once I pulled pretty much everything out, I wiped it down. I started to reorganize a little bit in here with some of the things I left because I knew they were staying, and just keep moving things around until I found the right place for everything. The towels are all staying in the bottom because that's the only place I have to put those. And underneath that white thing there, it's a scale, but I don't have anywhere to put it where my kids won't jump on it, and it's glass on the top. So just started putting everything away, trying to find a good space for all of this stuff. A lot of what I ended up putting back was pretty similar to how I had it before, but just a little bit more organized. I'm typically a pretty organized person as a whole, but things get crazy, life gets crazy, you get out of hand, and sometimes people that you live with aren't as maybe neat and organized as you are in putting things away and things like that. And having children, 2 small children, an almost 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, it just happens. So now I'm going through and I'm organizing basically our 2 kind of like medicine type bins. So what I started doing now was just organizing things by category and pulling some things out that I was going to just put in the cabinet right away. Personally, I find organizing things by category, putting things together by category before you put it away and organize it, seems to work out better for me. I don't know if that works for you guys. Leave in the comments if kind of how you like to do that, kind of like organize things by category before you put it in, or just kind of start putting everything in. Let me know what you guys like to do. The pile that I had started in front of me there is the pile that's going to go in the medicine cabinet. So it was easier for me to see how much I had that was actually going to go in the cabinet, which kind of dictated how much ended up, or what ended up going in there and how much ended up going in there. I was laughing at myself here, realizing how many toothbrushes I had. Found that putting all of my mouth teeth related stuff all in one bin made that much easier. And then I went back over here in the bottom cabinet, since what I had sprayed in there was dry, and put the rest of that stuff away. what I'm showing you guys here is some reusable cloth pads that I have. I don't have a lot of feminine hygiene products because I actually use a cup typically and then the reusable pads. I have a few just based on guests coming over and just emergencies that I've had where I don't have that other stuff with me. So now I've moved on to the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. I did end up moving the shelf down one, which I actually ended up really liking, which and as you see, I put some things in and then I moved some things around because I didn't like it where it was, and that's just kind of the nature of reorganizing or organizing everything. You kind of find what works for you and what works for your space, and this is kind of some rearranging of the space to make it work the best that it could for me. Yay, looks good. We're all done with that space. So now I am moving back to all the stuff that's on the table in order to put that back in this cabinet that's just outside the bathroom. Again, I was just going in here by category and organizing things, lining them up by what they were related to, and pairing those things together so I could see everything that I had. Oh, the hair care bins. Having two little girls who like their hair done, things get a little messy with all of that stuff. And in lieu of reorganizing all this stuff, I did decide to actually wash all my brushes, which you guys see here. A little bit of dish soap. You could probably use shampoo too. And then my daughter wanted to go play in there, so I do that from time to time to keep my brushes clean and our hair clean. And while I was waiting for those brushes to get done, I decided to wipe down the counter a little bit. The bathroom itself was pretty clean, but I just figured I'd wipe that down real quick while I was waiting. I just ended up rinsing the brushes out good and letting them air dry before I put them away. The girls and I had some fun here. I got a new wet spray bottle, and so my oldest daughter was playing with it. I was trying to get some good angles for you guys, and I'm new to YouTube, so I'm going to do some research about that to see if I can't get my angles better for you guys. If you guys have any advice, constructive criticism, I am open to it. Just pop it in the comments. As you see here, I found another toothbrush. Hey guys, okay, so I am totally finished, so now I'm going to give you an after shot of both of the areas to see what it looks like, and I'll kind of try to compare a before and after in here for you so you guys can see. So here's kind of an overview shot, and this is so much better. I ended up finding that I had about 80 million toothbrushes, so all the toothbrushes and toothpastes in here, tooth stuff, teeth stuff, and then this is my hair stuff, aloe vera, and sunscreen, brushes and combs, hair stuff, shavers and stuff, nail type stuff. In the very back there is the shampoos and conditioners and face stuff, and then right along the middle here is the deodorant, and then bars of soap, some other face stuff because I really wasn't sure where to put that, and then the bottom is kind of like our medicine cabinet side. That's my box of makeup. I have one hair dryer and one flat iron, so those are down there on top of the towels. We don't use as much, so that was okay. These are the towels we use all the time, and 2 beach towels. And then these are all like our rag towels that I use during the week when I clean. And then the girls' bin, and like I said, medicine bin, and our scale is right here. So this is so much better than I had kind of planned it. I ended up leaking down in here a little more than I wanted to. I wanted my makeup bag and my flat iron and my blow dryer up there, but that didn't work. So here is what the medicine cabinet looks like, all finished. In the bottom cabinet, it didn't change much. Most of it, I mean, it just all got put back in there, and it looks pretty much the same. So I did move the shelf down one, and I think I like that better, but much more simplified. I did get some other things in here that I didn't have in here before that I wanted, because even though I'm pretty minimal with my bathroom type stuff, I do find that I sometimes forget, or not that I forget, I just don't end up using it because it's not right there in front of my face to use or to remember to use. So I try to get out as much of like one of each kind of those items as possible so I could actually use and utilize the stuff that I had before I bought more. I'm really trying, moving into the new year, kind of end of this year, to really be finishing out an item before I buy it. So I'm actually not like overbuying like I did with the deodorant, but that cabinet was so messy, I didn't even know I had more in there. So I saw I'm pretty minimal with what I have. I actually would like to not have so much hair care stuff, but I'm trying some other things to see if that works better for my hair, and so I kind of have a lot right now because of that, but really I'm pretty minimal when it comes to all that. So much more functional, worked out way better than I think I thought it would have, and pretty happy about the results. So let me know in the comments what you guys ended up organizing and decluttering. And sorry for the background noise. My two girls are playing at the table there. But if you guys like the video, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Put down in the comments what you guys ended up organizing or cleaning with me that you got motivation from to kind of be able to do this with me, or you watched it and then decided, oh, hey, I'm going to go clean out my bathroom or something like that. So hit me down in the comments, let me know, and we will see you guys in another video. Bye.